Just
Brilliant.
keep entertaining the troops. It's fine.
Okay,
No
yeah.
audio.
Yeah, I fucking had it muted. I'm sitting here dancing, going, I fixed it when there was no audio. So yeah, I've officially fixed it now. Please let me know.
And they can
Are
hear
you
you.
sure?
Is this working?
The audience is demanding to know why Stool isn't here.
Stool is right
Stool
there.
is here.
Stool's
If you're
just
not on
there.
camera,
He's
Doesn't
camera
count.
shut. Stool, do you want to sit on the cool seat? He can't hear me. He's got headphones in now, listening to the stream.
Oh well. What you gonna do?
So the link I will pin. Only one more person can join because we are holding it open for a guest of honor, which is why tonight's stream is.
Dr. Ben's here.
Dr.
Hey,
Ben.
Dr. Ben.
there you go.
Really?
Dr. Ben will join if Stool will sing. So Stool has to come sing. What does Stool have?
Stool is looking for his sexy hat.
He got his sexy hat. It's sitting on his head. I'll not even tell you where he got that.
I don't believe it. I have not seen his sexy hat.
Is it as sexy as Savages? I have doubts.
There's such a he's freaking out over here because there's such a delay when he takes the headphones.
Hey now.
I am going to travel to Panama now, I think.
So the reason
travel to
that
Panama.
this is a circus is for anyone who. Oh, by the way, thanks for all coming and watching. I can't believe we broke 10 people, but yes, this is just for shits and giggles. I haven't streamed in a while. I'm pretty sure I've lost monetization. All of this now is officially just for fun. And bored today at work.
You lost monetization?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I was sharing it with Cupcake. It's like some sort of, I don't know what they're doing. They're like taking my videos down and all as well. Like, they took down an interview with, what do you call him, from Bible Skeptics, something or whatever. Took the interview down. There's like nothing in it. It was like, broke our terms and service. It's been up for 18 months, nearly 2 years. That doesn't matter. Anyway, this is for shits and giggles. Bored at work, listening to a few streams, flipping around. I haven't really been following what's going on. Lots of new faces, which interest me. Tog's live. Tog's talking shite with the one and only Jill. He starts spouting off. I think he misses me. You know, he was like, time and place, Robbie. Needed time and place. I was like, right, tonight, 11 o'clock.
Aww.
You know, I wanna make the guy happy. You know, as
You
much
did
as
tell him 11 o'clock UK.
I told him 11 o'clock
Yeah.
UK, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard
8 minutes
Time.
ago.
He also knew it was 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Simos was there, Tog was there. We all discussed time zones and stuff. He knows the time. He said, I will be there. Tog said, don't make a dick out of me. Robot's asking.
He's late.
Yeah.
I just shrugged.
Well, when you do it like this really quick
Yeah,
as a robot, it looks like a
Scratching.
video. Hi, Sandy. Hello, Dr. Ben. Captive Desk, Ginger Nation, Sammy, everybody. Thank you all very much for coming in. Nothing really happening tonight, you know, just missed having the crack with all of you. I've been spending a lot of time in real life. The job's going real well. My insect tank is growing by the week. And yeah, everything's, you know, real life is good. Go touch grass. You know, touching grass is good. Got to meet Amber. You know, this sort of things matter.
Yeah, you guys got to touch each other.
And lived through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. There was a few incidences where Amber nearly died. She nearly drowned because it was so wet over here. There was floods everywhere.
Did he show you the photo?
I don't think it's been shown online. If you can do it on your screen right now, no.
Oh, no, that's like too much thinking.
Amber got off.
I get there, and the path, it tells me to go down is 3 foot underwater.
My town.
And then it sends me a different one.
Sorry, go on ahead.
And that's underwater. That's it.
And even when you were going home, we had to test walk your route for about a mile before we hit a big giant flood, which wasn't that big that you couldn't cycle it, but you cycled it.
That bit wasn't. Wait, when I went, that bit wasn't too bad. Further on into town, it was worse.
Yeah, no, Portadown was flooded. My local town where I would have grown up in, there was an actual guy in a car park, but he went swimming. There was people in boats going past the town hall in frickin' rowboats. Like, the whole town at one end was flooded. It was quite funny. Hello, Silver. They want the sexy hat jingle. Why are you listening to it on your phone and rather than just listening to it here?
I have a question for Sammy.
There was no Pornhub videos. You need to talk to Stu and Amber. They were alone in the house for some time.
I have an alibi.
Only when we were in bed. Only when we were in bed.
That's twice you said it. You
Wait,
wanted to
what?
make sure everybody heard that.
You
Just
froze. Right.
Right.
I want to know how close to. What?
No, go on ahead.
No, I had a question for Sammy, but I don't know how I should ask it. I want to know how close to Marrickville he lives.
Scotch Ben. We're all just waiting on the answer. So there's the delay, then the delay, and then the answer comes back.
Yeah.
Not close at all. Yeah, that's what I was going. Miles away. You just asked an Irish question. Do you know Paddy? Do you know Paddy from Dublin? Hey? I bet you knew Paddy from Dublin.
Is that not close at all in Australian terms or not close at all in British terms?
Or American terms, because not close at all in American terms is like at least a few thousand miles away. I'm just saying, like, I'll drive 1,000 miles on a weekend.
I got into a disagreement with Matt about that.
I did 1,000 miles in 5 days. I was quite chuffed with that. And I had a 6-year-old, a stool, and a dog.
Yeah. That's some light driving in America.
I really do enjoy driving. I really do. That new car drives itself. You enjoyed it, Amber, because of the little thingies that you could hit and buttons and stuff and all. It's fun, like.
169 kilometers away. That's like.
Thanks for ignoring me.
I mean, how far? What?
No, exactly.
That's like around the block.
What's that in miles right there?
That's probably 140. I'm going to guess 140.
Yeah.
100 miles. That's
I was
near
gonna say-
Manchester.
I was like, that's like 100 miles or less is what I was thinking. I was a little off, but yeah. When you were like 140, I was like, no, not even.
Sandy,
That's like my driving to work.
Sandy, feel free to reach out anytime. And yes, I would have done when I worked in Ballynahinch relative to here. I'd have done that to and from back work. I have to do that now twice a week. Starting next year, I have to drive from Armagh to basically Enniskillen and back again twice a week. Anyway, Sandy, email me, reach out on some sort of social media. Amber has all my details. I do miss you. You're one of the cool people. This is why we do this thing, you know. It's YouTube's not real life, people.
I miss Sammy too.
You know?
Yeah.
2 hours and 20
Until
minutes.
it becomes real life.
Okay, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm just wondering how fast Sammy's driving. I need to work that out. What's the average speed for that? Someone work that out for me. See if that's less than 60 miles an hour. Sammy's not my friend anymore.
I was thinking like
old man.
Because I did I did used to drive 100. It was 152 miles that I drove like every weekend, and it took me an hour and 45 minutes. And it was a lot of highway driving, and I did have a little bit of a lead foot. So maybe if it's like if there's not any like direct highways there, it might take that long.
To go and pick up Elena, if I went to her mother's house from my mum's house, it would take that each way, 2 hours and 20 minutes. For me just to go up, pick up my daughter from the mum's house. Now, not from here, but from mum's. It takes just over 2 hours from my ma's to Elena's and back. No, just there. And then another 2 hours back again. And it's all back road, Sammy. Well, no, there's about 6 miles on the motorway, that wee bit. You join at junction 12. And you join at junction 12.
An actual motorway.
You hop on the motorway for like...
Yeah.
What, 5 minutes,
junction 12 and you come off junction 14, okay? There's a little bit, but the rest of it's all back.
It's a nice little drive, though.
It's
a nice drive. I would not go with fun, but we've talked about how I'm still afraid to drive in that country. But I would say it's a very scenic drive. And that was, I think, the other thing that like really impressed me, like the whole time that I was there. Yes, there were like a few times that like we hopped on the motorway, but even like on the motorway, like everything there is just like so fucking scenic. And like, I think it's hilarious that y'all don't even like realize how fucking gorgeous it is.
Yeah, no, we do. That's why I go camping for a holiday. You do not need to leave this country. It is beautiful. Everywhere is just...
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you realize how fucking gorgeous it is. I think it seems to me that a lot of people are just like going past without even realizing.
Yeah, I was taking pictures from the top of the hill at work the other day, just on my lunch break, going, Jesus, the sun's just breaking through the clouds, so lovely there, like, you know. And even Pavel, that crazy Christian at work, he gets there at 6 in the morning. He starts early to finish early, and he stops and takes pictures. Like, he cycles to work in the morning from Armagh, like. It's only 7 miles or so, like, but he cycles that in the morning on good days and just catches the sun coming up over the mountain. It's class looking. Beautiful over here. Who wouldn't want to live in Ireland? We also speak really nicely. We're not aggressive in any way possible. We are very gentle and loving people.
Yeah.
We haven't had bombs in a while. We need to get rid of the kneecappings, but we don't have bombs.
I've never been anywhere.
No, shut your mouth. You shut the fuck up in the corner, Mr. Sexy Hat. I would like to hear Amber's description of being in Northern Ireland for nearly a week. We've only barely talked since you've got back again, and I was trying to use a fucking database conversation to get you back on. I am very interested to see your points of view of living.
I've never been anywhere that had so many roller shutters on house windows.
Like the ones that like slide across?
That go up and down.
They go up and down. Yeah, that's an old-fashioned thing, but it's still popular. Most people are transitioning to what I have here. But the older ones...
Yeah, I'm surprised because those are very common here, and my understanding is that they were very common in a lot of Europe.
Why would people have roller shutters?
Because we can't all afford the buttons that make the window just instantly white with this electrolysis.
Yeah,
it
just rolls.
Windows.
They're easy, but like you need shutters.
Why do you need shutters?
To blank out the window. I don't like curtains. Curtains I like in a bedroom. Pure blackout curtains. Absolute blackout curtains. Like, you know.
Okay. If you live in a mild climate, you may not understand, but shutters actually keep like the weather out of your house as well. Like
that's what windows are for.
Okay, but here's the thing is that like as airtight as you make the windows, like there's still more cool air is going to come through the glass than is going to go through a concrete wall.
Yeah.
Like it's just the fact of the matter. So even putting just shutters over it is enough to like create that air pocket where it helps keep it several degrees warmer inside.
Yeah, but I don't believe that that's why Northern Ireland has roller shutters.
It's lovely
Okay.
here. It's like
I don't
30
know why
degrees.
Northern Ireland has to.
Dude, our house
It's
You
like
were
are
telling me
10
earlier
here.
about how warm it was.
no, our
I think
houses
our
are-
high today was 10 here.
Our houses are built to keep the heat in. Like, it's designed that way.
Yeah.
That's why you hear us complaining about it being cold and then complaining about it being warm. Because when you come home, the inside of your house is warmer than outside. That's why we have so many.
I thought your entire country was set up to burn things and get paid for it.
No. We burn things at night to keep warm because it's so cold.
Yeah. It was I was there in like May, June, July, and like we still had to like keep a fire because it was fucking cold.
No,
Like-
no. It was chilly, and I like the fire. I love the crackle of wood.
Okay, I was fucking cold.
Yeah, but you're weird. You're what's known as a chilly Billy. Chilly Billy.
Well, I also have POTS. Found out last week.
Which I haven't done any research yet.
Postural. But it's all in the name. Is what I'm saying. It's like, what is it? Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It
Yep.
just means my heart beats really fast when I stand up. That's it. I'm like, I love how like the name is just like a really fucking complicated word for like your heart beats really fast when you stand up. Like, yes, it does. Yeah, no Jill. I don't know.
He did. That's the point.
I'm-
Yes, they say Jill
was
will turn up
waiting.
eventually. He won't come onto the stream. Jill
I-
was in Togs earlier. Just to recap for people who didn't get the start. I was bored at work.
He's not
Tog-
coming on.
Shush! I'm talking, lady. Tog was streaming. I love you. Tog was streaming. Jill was there. I popped on for 10 minutes. Jill mouthed off. I give him this. He basically told me he loved me and missed me. So I says, right, we'll have a stream at 11 o'clock. And he promised to come on. So, no Jill yet.
Well,
No Jill.
well,
See, Marty gets it. I could use a good laugh.
you know,
The very first-
we may be. Robbie, you might be
It's-
waiting for a couple thousand years to wait.
No.
Well, it's
These
Jesus
things
is
go.
Lord.
Second coming of Jill.
It's an acronym. It stands for Jesus is
Oh, he
Lord,
knows who he is. He's just being
which will tell you a little bit about. Well, that's what I'm like. Why is he? He's asking him why he has the girl's name. I'm like, come on, it's Jill.
Yeah, I know. Just saying.
Look, he's
I
not
don't-
We
gonna
know
turn
not
up.
the hour nor the day.
He will not turn up, and then I will say this back to him again, and this is fuel for the fire that keeps our I love to hate him relationship going, you know. But I don't even hate him anymore. It's just like, you know, there's an excuse, there's something, there's a bit. He misses me, sends me emails now. You should watch this. Use freaking left liberals, all your YouTube feed being filled with. That's what he said today. The reason I send you all out these emails is because your liberal feed on YouTube is being filled with all these things. You don't get to see the other side, which makes sense.
Sorry.
And as a guy, I just know you miss me. That's why you send me emails. I know you miss me. Crying out for us to watch your content.
Don't know.
I love the way the robot looks. To
Maybe
one
if I
side.
leave.
Sorry, Stephanie, go on ahead.
Sorry.
Maybe if I leave, Jill will arrive.
Well,
I
if-
probably
Maybe
should
I'm-
recalibrate.
Oh no! That
Too
would
much
be,
of the
that would be a
Antichrist going on.
loss. No, that would be a loss. No, we've got 2 spots open. I've promised to keep one open for him for a minimum of an hour. Well, I'm saying now openly. I haven't promised him this, but I will keep one slot open for a minimum of an hour for the. And the
Yeah.
other slot is open. So if anyone wants to come in, Stephanie, there's no reason for you to leave. None whatsoever.
Okay. I just don't want to be scaring away any source of divine inspiration.
I don't.
Sorry.
An ultimate being speaking through the
I mean-
one that is Jill, that's undefeatable. I think you know Jill's never been defeated. You know that can't be defeated.
I do know that. But you know, the power of Satan is strong with me.
The power of
So
Christ compels you. Okay? The power of Christ compels you.
Okay.
There's some holy water. The power of Christ compels you.
Well, the power of the microwave is heating up my turkey stew, so I suppose that's something.
I've got beef stew for breakfast tomorrow. Cold over here. Warm me up in the morning. A wee bit of red sauce.
It's cold.
Amber's just silent in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, the Swedes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, did I say hello to John Hudson? Hello, John. Sammy, why aren't you in here? Are you at work or what's happening? Come on, the fuck, man. I've been missing you and needing to hug you. Okay, Stephanie just died or ascended and became Jesus. I don't know what happened.
I just fade.
Fade away.
It's easier.
Yeah.
Seems like a thing.
How can you
dissolve
have
into Panama? I am in Panama right now. I am at least pretending I'm in Panama right now.
How can you have?
You are looking at the famous Panama Canal. Let's see, we're uplocking, I think. Pretty sure we're uplocking. Headed out of the Pacific into the canal.
Just double checking, is there any audio issues? Ignoring the people on the panel right now, they're not important. All about the audience, which is here. I have the audience live chat on a 32-inch TV right like so massive live chat, very important. Is the audio, is the everything all sexy Dory? Lovely doubly. Nicey. I feel like I want to move Amber to make it a plus symbol. I really do. I know it's petty. I really do though.
A cross.
What?
A cross.
A plus symbol. It's not a cross because there's not two at the bottom. So there. There we go. Now we're a plus. Is the chat not on the screen?
Isn't that like there's a certain kind of cross that it is.
Yeah, it's called the plus symbol.
No.
Someone type something in
Silly
the chat
boy.
so I can see if the chat's working now on the right hand side that hasn't been working the whole time. Crafty, if you get in here, I will bear hug you. Ah! Chat is working now. Although it's fucking huge. Let me see if we can tweak that a wee bit. We all remember how to tie to YouTube, don't we? Let's try that.
No.
Something content.
I think I'm happy with that now. Oh, you're gonna complain. Cunt in the corner's complaining, right? It's way too small because you're in a fucking mobile phone. Right, we're going halfway between what it was and what it is now. Is the sexy hat in the corner happy? People keep typing. People keep typing. Typey. Okay, I'm happy with that.
What we need is
no.
What we need
we're getting
is
first
laid out.
names.
What?
We're getting the first.
I don't know.
It's just the right size now where you get their first name. So anyone has a stupid long name, you're not important. You just get to see Crafty, Andrew. We know who it is. Perfect size. I'm perfect. See, look, Sandy will appear now. Boom, just Sandy. See, perfect.
But then it
That's what
just
her name
says savage on mine. And it doesn't work for names like me, where like the object is the second word.
Hence,
Is that why you call me savage? It irritates me.
I call you Red. I've called you Red the whole way
I
through
know.
this stream. Yeah. And
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
Jill has arrived. And why are you talking about Biden supporters? We have an audience of mainly English, Australian, and Irish. Nobody here going to talk politics tonight, Jill. Links there. We've been waiting. We've been waiting a full 30 minutes.
I mean, we do have
I voted for the dude, and I'm not even a Biden supporter, so.
we do have 2 pet Americans.
But most.
Oh yeah, me and
I said
Stephanie.
most. I didn't say all.
Also, do me and Stephanie
I'm in
count?
Panama.
That's what I was gonna say.
What
It's
about
like,
Panama?
I don't call him your home. You're in Panama. I mean, like we were both born in America.
John, I have a little bit of a flu. Thank you.
I have voting rights there. Do you have voting rights?
Well, it is a canal zone, so I suppose it's a little bit American, sort of. Kind of.
Look at all the Americans who we all know who are American, right? Everybody here knows who the Americans are, and they're like, just in case you forgot, fucking American over here. You know? Right.
It's me. Hi. I'm the American. It's me.
Hi, Cold Iron. First time I've seen you in the chat, so we hi. Following up again, little poke for the science teacher, janitor. Was not at school today for maybe holidays, I don't know. But Jill, who has nothing better to do than join multiple streams a day. We're waiting.
Come on, Jill.
Stephanie literally blocked a canal to listen to you.
I don't think we own the canal anymore. We gave it back.
That's just what
She
they
who
say.
blocks the canal owns the canal.
There you go. Possession.
I feel
Blockage
like we
is 9/10 of the law.
No,
It
it's
is.
the locks. We just locked up.
We still on the locks? I thought we gave him back when I was a kid.
Just for fun.
No, we
warning.
don't. No, we gave it back in
just-
1970.
Just if I can say, for
When
warning
did we
for
give the
people,
canal back?
for the people
Was it
who-
that long ago? I was thinking like 80s or 90s.
No, it was Jimmy Carter gave the canal back.
Oh, okay, that would have been 70s. Sorry, I think we're talking over MathPig.
What I was saying is heads up for the people on the panel and the people watching the stream. I'm running slightly out of date software, so when Jill joins, there is an opportunity, not an opportunity, a possibility that everybody's faces might do a whole modern day debate thing and shift around. Okay, I'll refresh it. It'll not shift around for the people.
All right.
but it'll
Let's
shift
do it.
around. Pardon?
I said, all right, let's do it.
Oh,
I
no,
li-
we're still waiting for Jill.
I was doing my shift around.
Yeah, I'm just waiting
Oh, okay.
for Jill to join. It may not happen. I'm just saying it's a possibility, you know. Thank you very much again, Amber, just in case they're a little slow. I feel really bad now because I was going to go, it's only Marty. It's like, oh, shit, you know. Where's my mouse? There we go. See? Didn't I tell you it would happen? Right, I'll be back in a second. This is
Oh, I see it on the other thing. Oh, he's in the chat room.
Shift.
It's still wrong. Oh, this is really annoying.
I'm going to do my shifting dance.
This is. I do not. Take 3.
Our broadcasts.
There you go. This is, yeah, I know I should have this sorted out by now, Crafty, But the thing is, I haven't updated any of my software until 2 minutes before the stream. It's my own fault. I should have a backup for this. Should have a
There's a
backup.
sound thing that's happening.
Should have a backup.
There is a sound thing that's happening.
Oh my god, this is scary.
It's like a low feedback.
Is it painful, Keela, or is it terrifying?
There we go. We should have it working now. It should be okay now. And I can fix it now in a wee second. I don't know about the audio. There shouldn't be any audio issues.
It looks okay. Audio issues are still kind of happening.
I didn't change any audio settings. I just turned StreamYard off. The thing I was using. Okay. Keep talking. Please keep talking. Still waiting on Jill. Hi, Marty.
Okay.
And your cat.
Hi.
Hi, Marty.
Hi.
Yeah.
Marty.
Kayla's
Hi.
really cool to watch about Pigtail attack. I can see that.
I hate you all.
I did
He's still got a
distract
little
him.
hum going on.
I did distract him, like, by texting him a lot, like, an hour before the stream. So it's partly my fault. I am partly to blame.
No. It's all Critical Cripple. They have not updated the software. I can do it on the fly. Just
I
gives
haven't
me
been critical cripple for 2 years.
cupcake, Amber. Ugh.
I mean, I'm still a cripple.
Yeah, well, there's
That's the
that.
point.
Although I don't believe that you're a cripple. You took off with that fucking trolley in Tesco's like you were an athlete.
Oh, well, yeah. Like, when you have a trolley, for some people, that really helps.
Yeah, you lean on a trolley.
They
And
ran
swing
to
around
get the
and-
trolley. Okay, they ran. They overtook a lane at one stage.
Yeah. I will run with a trolley. I will do, like, the, like, good old-fashioned, like, ride on the back of it. Like, no, I'm not an adult. I mean, technically, I am. But we have missed you terribly as well, Sammy.
Is it my fan that's drowning everybody out, or that's drowning you out, Robbie?
I can hear that. Yeah, might be.
Do you want me to turn it off?
That'd be great. And we can
Yeah,
see if
I
it's
think
there.
it's your
Mute-
fan.
Just mute and we see
Okay,
if it's
let me-
your end.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, all you.
Hang on 1 second. Get down. Okay. All right, my bad.
No, you're good.
Technical difficulties, yeah.
I thought Jill was coming in.
No, he ran away.
So did I.
Oh,
Looks
where's
like he ran
Jackass?
away.
Why?
Because he's a scary.
Because he doesn't talk to women. Actually, no, he talks to women now.
I mean,
Does he?
I'm not a woman,
Yeah.
but I'll leave if he wants me to.
Yeah, he talks to women. Takes him a minute, but he'll talk to women.
I feel like I've talked to him a little bit before.
I
He
mean,
doesn't-
yeah. He doesn't really have anything really that great to say. So, just everybody's a liberal and Jesus rules. That's really all he has to talk about.
Oh yeah, definitely. Jesus rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course. Here's the thing. I got no beef with Jesus, all right? But I got beef with people.
Oh,
Okay.
The stream.
I didn't.
Apparently,
Oh.
the stream
Silent.
is muted in the old outside world.
because
You're
everybody's
speaking in
yeah.
a vacuum.
Yeah, Sandy was like, "What's going on? I still have reverb, lost all sound."
Yeah,
Now
I
you're
really
back.
should like load up a stream and like update everything before I go live. You know, it's just I don't do it this often. It's all
Why,
about
why
now.
break? Why break? Why break with a solid tradition?
I think that's a fair statement.
Oh, you see, I
There's
can
no
do that. No,
need.
no. This one thing that has come back with me doing this is screw you, Stephanie. Don't back up, Amber. And screw you, Amber, for giving it shit to do.
What?
See, I got that back.
Nice.
Can you make it bigger on the screen in the
trying
stream?
to,
Like
but
the
it won't let me do that for some reason. Please don't draw
Okay.
attention to it until I figure out the problem. Love you. Where's Jen?
I'm getting tired of the heat. I'm going back to Maine.
Where's Jill?
Come on, beat it. You don't want to sit by mommy, beat it. I know, right? That's the whole reason I came in here, is to scare Jill away.
I think Jill's a coward. Really.
disappointing.
But we're all liberals who are
Shame.
scared of him.
Disappointing.
That's
I don't think we're the first women that Jill has disappointed.
Oh.
That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good.
Oh, the sexy hat's coming in for that.
I just got to interject here.
Lean forward a wee bit more.
With
Oh,
my
hi,
blurry.
Stool.
With my blurry. I do this. I go in blur. Magic. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not a liberal. I'm very conservative and very right wing. And I love Mrs. Thatcher.
Oh, you went there. Oh no, blur.
Wasn't she like terrible for England or the UK? Wasn't she like real bad?
But it depends what you're talking about. Now, I am who I am and stuff like that, but she did introduce, I do believe, a program which allowed people who were in housing executive houses to get the ability to buy them at a discount price because they'd paid rent for so long, and a lot of...
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Start me on this.
Pardon?
That's a very sexy hat.
Thank you.
Very
Oh,
Jill's
sexy
in
hat.
Jill's in the Jill's in the house. Jill's in the house. Jill's in the house.
Hi, Jill.
Hi, Jill. You want to come talk to some women?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make them wait a wee minute. We'll let you on, Jill, but you know, you made us wait 30 minutes, so I think 2 should be. Okay. Because nobody else was
They
talking.
were gonna make him wait.
Yeah.
Dies.
Come on. It's the afternoon.
Okay, right,
Good
Jill. I won't
call.
do it again. Hands up here. So, what was your excuse for taking so long?
Go.
Do you crave the attention
wasn't any.
that much that you want to secretly listen in the background for people talking about you for 30 minutes so you feel important, and then you walk in casually, fashionably late? You know, I don't mind because we had good fun and good banter and stuff, but I just want to understand your mentality. You said, I'll be there 11 o'clock. Tug said, don't let me down. I let Tug down. Where you been?
You should come run for president as a Democrat in the United States. I'm actually 15 minutes early. You said 7 o'clock.
I said,
Did
11.
you say?
it-
I'm asking Jill if he said that Robbie should run for president.
Yes, he did.
Is
Because
it
you know he
se-
doesn't qualify.
Okay, I just
He
want to
can't.
confirm. Because we did talk back and forth, and I literally jumped in and jumped out, and my confirmation of time zones today was talking to a 15-year-old guy in for work experience who has friends in America, and I was like 11:70. So I may have been wrong, but what time is it now, Eastern Standard?
6:45.
Oh,
Is it 6:45 Eastern
Yeah.
Standard?
Yeah.
Okay, Jill
Damn
is
it,
15
Robbie. You are going to have to admit that
Jill
you're
is
wrong.
15 minutes early. Jill is 15 minutes
Okay.
early. I take back my statement.
Sorry, Robbie.
I apologize for all my negativity towards you, Jill. The floor is yours.
That's all it took for. That's all it took for 80 million people to vote for Biden. That's all he had to do. There was no cross examination. No.
Admit that he
Taking
was
some time
wrong
to
on
think
our
about the
time
decision.
zone. I'm lost.
That's exactly what happened. That was a microcosm of what happened in this country.
Oh, I see.
years
You're
ago.
making an analogy. It wasn't Biden won the election
Yeah.
because everybody counted the votes 1 hour early. Okay. But I apologize. I made a mistake, you know? It's been a while since I've been doing
Why is the title zeros and ones?
That's just the title of the.
Oh, this
chat.
this is
Okay.
just a hangout that I always have in StreamYards. I never delete them because I do it through OBS.
It's very old.
It's really old. Like, yeah, I made this as it's a hangout that if I'm having hangouts with friends or hangouts with anyone, I can just say to them, join the binary stream. I also have one with Richard, which is called A History Of. So if I'm having a hangout with Richard, I don't have to send him a link. He knows just to go to that link. It just saves hassle, you know. Saves.
Okay. So the hangout with me is entitled "Welcome to the Circus."
No, the hangout with in general
Is that
Yes.
welcome to. Okay, yes, a little bit.
pun intended? What does that mean? What is that about?
It's called what we would refer to here in Ireland as flashback humor, because generally what I would put up as your icon when you're on my streams, and you've seen this, is a picture of a clown. So it's a reference to that, but giving you the respect of literally, dude, I'm having a stream just for you. You're 15 minutes early. I already have apologized to you. Like, what else would you like me to do? Would you like me to
I
send
didn't want
you
to
a
stream
prostitute?
just for me.
Pardon?
No, I didn't want to stream just for me. But
This
what did
stream
you
is
want to talk
happening because of you. I have streamed twice in 9 months. This being the second one.
about? Oh yeah. Yeah, I
You should
noticed
know
that
that.
you haven't been streaming lately.
No.
MathPig,
Life is good.
my favorite atheist.
See, I told you missed me.
We've been working on wedding plans.
Well, I'm offended now.
I told you missed me. No, I've been doing well at work, man. I've got like 3 promotions in this last year.
Oh,
I got a
good. Good
nice
for
new
you.
car. My daughter is becoming more and more intelligent by the day. She is doing exceptionally well, with the exception of a little bit of asthma and a wee bit of emotional, I don't want to say instability, but she reacts very strongly to certain things. And I've been looking at an excuse to get into and bugs for quite a while. And yeah, she got into that, and we've now got a 70-gallon tank that's got like, I don't know, so many different bugs and different things in it. And I have another 100 quid's worth coming tomorrow for Christmas. Got a little spider, doing my house up. I've got a stool over there. That's a person, not a furniture. And he's living with me now, has me out in the house, and yeah, you know, the internet's not real life. You see, actual person with legs. So, you know.
I love how you
And
keep
a
saying the
sexy
internet isn't real
hat.
life.
Very
But, like-
sexy hat.
You live with one person who you met online, and you're engaged to another person who you met online.
Yes, but I don't spend my time being online. I didn't say online, I said YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, YouTube's not real life. I don't need to be here.
I think I need a sexy hat.
You do need a sexy hat. Sexy hats always have. But, Jill, this was the question that I
need
had
a sexy
prepared
hat.
for you as a starting point. I put it forth to Critical Cupcake, as you can see beside you, in between you and Stephanie. I put this forth towards them earlier before we started streaming, and I'll put it forth to you. Social media. How do you feel that social media has changed over the years, with the point being, oh, they ran away because they're disagree with me again, and it's late, and they don't.
I just unmuted to say goodbye.
Yeah, I didn't even see the live chat, but I know. Right, we argued out on it. Right, the point I'm trying to make is social media
See you later.
back in the day. Jill, would you be comfortable describing an age range for yourself? That's a sexy hat. Jill.
I grew up in the 80s.
Yo, right. So I'm 40.
So I don't know what social media was.
Well, I would put you 30, you're 35 to 45, whatever. That's grand. Age range similar to myself, right? So you were around when the internet first came out in around 94, 95 or so, yes?
Yeah, best cartoons also came out in the 80s.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of older, but anyway, that's a tangent where we'll just become more friends, The point I'm trying to make is, would you agree with this one statement? That back in the day, when internets were more forum-based with smaller groups, before, say, Facebook and Twitter and what was the older one? Vine. And, before this sort of thing became mainstream. Like, for example, Vine.
MySpace?
Well, Facebook is MySpace on acid, and Twitter is Vine, or TikTok is Vine on acid. They're extremes of what they use.
Okay, MySpace was way better.
Okay,
but
if I can just
yeah.
make the point, I just want to make the point to Joe that. Back in the day, where having the internet still allows you to gain access to the world group, it's still at its same core was smaller socially based. Studies have shown that having a common thing, as a common interest, say D&D or Stargate or something as we discussed earlier, you would not be forced to agree and learn to live with the person because of their group. You would see past their indifferences. The ability to have a conversation was better in a smaller group, and then you could talk to weirdos and come back and discuss it and talk, but you would take that skill with you. Right now, with the social media being so big and everybody interacting with each other, you will find people that 100% agree with you, and it's the creation of bigger and bigger echo chambers, which is causing a polarization in society. Do you agree with that? I rambled, but do you agree with that?
No, I would agree. Well, social media, I think it's just a vehicle. So I don't think the vehicle is to blame, but what's in the vehicle.
Can you unpack
illegal
that
contraband in the vehicle? That's the problem.
Right. Can you unpack that a little bit for
Well,
me?
the problem is not the medium, the car or the airplane. It's what is in the airplane that you're transporting on this vehicle we call the internet or the World Wide Web.
Right. Well, using that as an analogy, when the internet came out, we were all on bicycles and just could go to the local shop in maybe a big city once a week. Right now, we've got airplanes and we've got things. So I don't agree with your analogy. You're just going straight in with the airplanes. The point I'm making is we had smaller groups at the start.
We had smaller groups. We had sharing of faith in classrooms during school hours. We had
what school?
Bible-based
school.
morality.
Do we still have that?
Jill.
Yeah, sure.
That hasn't changed.
My primary school up the road from my mum 30 years later still has a morning fucking prayer before you go in. A lot of the kids, difference this, that, and the other, whatever your opinion is, they still do that before you fucking go into the class in the morning and all that, But
yeah, they still do.
I wouldn't blame that on social media.
No, you brought up schools. I had no idea why. I'm asking your opinion. Maybe you're just a little bit slower than the rest of us. I'll dumb it down for you.
Fine.
No, I'll dumb it down for you. Which do you think is better? Forum conversations and interacting with different forums, or a platform where everybody can just access everybody? Which do you prefer? Which do you think is better?
I think either is fine as long as the message that's being, if you're promoting the right morals and values, then it really doesn't matter.
Right. Well, you know I'm going to
But the
ask you
medium
who gets
is-
to decide what's right and moral, and then we go down that route, and then you control the conversation. Stick in what I'm talking about.
Mm.
So, for instance, the medium would promote family values, for example.
Okay. What you want then,
What do you mean by
Oh.
family values? Can I ask that?
if I can, just
Sorry.
and then let Jill answer this. So what you're promoting is a wide-scale idea that is promoted everywhere. So you're of the opinion that small forms with different opinions and groups that have the ability to interact and disagree with each other without stabbing each other and fighting is not what you want. You want a mainstream idea. As long as everybody's promoting the same thing, you're happy. So you want the bigger one, if I can stick on the point that I'm trying to make. Crickets. Sorry, is this so far off your script you don't know what to say? Oh, and
Is
be
he
right
there?
back. Oh yeah, he'll be right back. Don't know what happened.
Okay.
Probably something very important. I hope everybody
I
is
was just
okay.
wondering what he was. I was just wondering what he was saying about like family values. Like, what does he mean by that?
Oh yeah, when he comes back.
Yeah,
Ray.
same. I've asked that question before.
When he comes
I've
back.
asked that
Ray.
question before of Christians, and I've never gotten an answer.
Yeah, you can take it after he answers my question. If he doesn't remember it, I would like to ask it again.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting.
After that, I may have been talking to the earth. He has a habit of doing that. You know, when you actually come up with a question that's not on the script, they have to go poo or, you know, give their wife a hug or read their Bible or something, you know.
Because I mean, like, I am not opposed to the idea of teaching a set of like quote unquote values. I think that like my idea of that is probably a lot broader than what Jill thinks. And I also feel like my own personal values are probably more narrow than what I think should be the agreed upon set of values for society. You know, I think it should be up to the individual to like narrow down their values, I guess.
I think it sucks that because I'm bisexual and pagan, I lack family values. You know
Right.
what I
Like
mean?
that's ridiculous to me. Like that
How do you-
neither of those things have anything to do with family values, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, exactly.
I give Red context to this statement that I'm about to make, but I will get shit backlash for this, that, and the other, probably from the people not only in this panel except for Jill, but people in the audience, that I've taught my daughter about religion. You know, there's a Bible sitting over there. It came from her grandfather. She's seen it. We discuss religion because it's part of her. Now, here's the context. Because it's part of her life in the country that we live in, and I teach her to look at it and teach her to how to think rather than what to think. You know, she expressed a jealousy with the other kids in her class who are Christian because they get to talk to their dead relatives via the medium that is God. You know, they have a happiness that they will see them again because, again, of the medium that is God. The analogy that I used with Elena...
I do remember her asking me a lot about that.
Yeah, the analogy that I used with Elena was, think of God as a telephone, an ability to ring and talk to your older and dead parents, you know, or grandparents, as it was for her. She really misses her grandfather, you know. As I explained to her, sometimes people answer the phone, sometimes people don't. So God is a telephone. In that instance where she was describing her jealousy of being able to not talk to her grandfather, so she thought she would, I don't want to say she'd try it out for a while, but she was giving it a go to see if it gave her the ability to talk to her dead grandfather that she misses so much.
Yeah. I remember her asking me about like, well, I think I told you the questions that she asked and stuff. But like my interest was very much from a curious. Right. Yeah. No. That's what I was saying. It was like for the audience to understand that it wasn't like, oh yeah, she was like coming and talking to me like separate from Bobby. I think that she was asking me literally in front of you, and there were a couple of things that you just didn't hear, and I like repeated it back that I said I think she asked. Also, she's adorable. She has a very strong accent and talks like a 6-year-old. So sometimes I like did need Dad to be like, hey, what did she just say?
She stopped the other day. I just as a small tangent, I disagree with the statement she talks like a 6-year-old, because we were working Saturday collecting stuff from work, and we went through the like officey area, and there was a guy doing painting, and he was like, "Oh, it's Santa coming! You getting Santa presents and all that there?" And my wee girl just looked at him as if to say, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" And then blanked him and walked up.
Hun, I was not talking about like the maturity of her language or like vocabulary or anything. I was talking about like the development of her soft palate and like, yeah.
She still feels hospital. Yeah, I get that. I like to talk about my daughter being class and intelligent.
And I'm saying she's a great kid. Like she's super intelligent. And I think a lot of times like that was a little bit because she used advanced vocabulary that I wasn't expecting of someone her age.
Hugs for
Plus,
Crafty.
a lot of times like pronunciations are slightly different and stuff, you know.
Hi Crafty, sorry to interrupt. They're going to bed, baby, mummy, and all that.
Oh, good to see you, Crafty. No, thank you for interrupting. Because you'd say bye. I don't know where my wave is. Sorry, I'm on the wrong. There it is. The slow wave.
So yeah, you were saying how fantastic my daughter is. Go on ahead.
Yeah, your kid's awesome. She does have one habit that I was thinking about the other day that I was like, I don't know. Like, I wish that she would break that habit, but I don't know. But,
her new habit this weekend has been to say, "Oh my God," to everything that she sees. She must have heard it recently and is doing that. I heard it recently. I'm going to say it a lot. Stool! Can you please stop that?
I did explain to her, I think it was, she was on about, she would say, well, actually, blah, blah, blah. Everything that she would say, she would preface it with, well, actually. And I was like, did you have doubts about that?
You know.
I explained to her that it was like, that.
Go ahead.
I like explained to her, I was like, well, usually like that preface indicates that it was something that was like in doubt or contested. So yeah, like that's.
You can.
Sorry, Marty, you did claim next. Go on ahead.
No. I was going to say, you can shut somebody up pretty quick with a well-placed, well, actually. You know what I mean? You can.
Yeah, and somebody had in her life, and she picked it up.
To another point
you use well, actually correctly.
To another point to sort of.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, you're 6. You don't want to come off as a snot, you know? Like, she's a very well-mannered and like has very good intentions, and she's just like one of those kids who just has a very big heart. And when she like uses that preface, it's like you come off as a little bit of a snot, and you're not. Like, don't do that unless you mean it.
She did to back you up in your first statement, Red, about measure of not sureness. She was sitting on just that seat right there. We're sitting there, and I'm sitting there. And she asked me the other day, in like a genuine, not an emotional face or anything like that, there, it seemed like a dead, I'm very interested to know what happens and what I'm supposed to do when this incident happens. And she was like, when someone says something bad or nasty about you, Daddy, how am I supposed to feel? Like nearly word for word. She asked me about her emotional status when someone does something bad against her, you know? And I don't know if someone did or this or whatever. It was totally out of the blue, you know? But it was an interesting conversation.
Well, we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah. it was an interesting conversation, and we went back and forth and stuff like that. I already know that she understands objective and subjective morality better than, say, Jill, for an example. But you know, she knows these things.
I'm sure she understands a lot more better than Jill than we're giving her credit for.
She was super excited to hold that.
She probably does.
She was super excited to hold that millipede for fucking 2 weeks, and then the moment it's food on her, she does not want to hold any millipedes ever again. And I have 4 more arriving in the morning.
Hell yeah.
Jill, where the fuck are you?
I
dude?
feel her on
Seriously,
that.
You popped in for 15
I was gonna.
minutes.
She'll get over it.
Do you just
I
want
know.
us to like?
I was gonna go eat.
I'm just gonna put Jill back there. Alright, when Jill unmutes and types in the chat that he's here, we let him back in, you know? Again, this is
We
the
should
point.
tell him, like,
I will apologize for my statement, as I have earlier, that they were 45 minutes early, or sorry, 15 minutes early when I was saying that they were late. But right now they are, if, you know, unless one of your kids is like dying or something really major, you know, you said you're going to be here. What's happening? You should have set time aside.
I wouldn't say dying. Like, if a kid is needing attention.
Here,
I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna eat and do some, do some
death
writing.
is a little extreme, Robbie. I mean,
Yeah.
but still, you know.
Good to see you, Marty.
Bye. Good to see you. Bye, Robbie.
I will see you soon, Marty. I let
All
my
right,
wee
see you
girl
later.
drive
Bye,
the
you guys.
forklift. I let my wee girl drive the
Bye.
forklift at work on
Bye.
Saturday. You know, she could have died, according to her mother.
She could have. Yeah, I agree with her mother.
And her nanny and her mother. But it was really funny to see her face, because she actually did, well, I don't want to say she actually thought she was going to die, but it's rear wheel steer, and when she turned it to go one way, it sort of, you know, does that thing in a forklift for rear wheel steer. Just like, I'm gonna die! You're fine, honey, keep going. Right.
You could have died.
No, I was sitting on the forklift to the side of her. I would not have been hit by the forklift. I was fine. There was only 3 other people at work because we're generally closed on a Saturday, so everyone was fine.
You all could have died.
Nobody could have died.
You all could have died.
It was very good fun though. She had a great time.
You all could have died.
I'm very happy because she ruined her brand new pink tracksuit. I have washed it. My mum washed it. Stu's gonna wash it. Steen ain't coming out. Absolutely ruined on the first go out. I don't care. Fucking happy. Plus her mother didn't shout at me because I bought it.
Okay, yeah, that's what play clothes are for. That's fine. As long as you didn't get one that was fucking skin tight on her the first time she fucking wore it, like that's.
Pardon?
I said, as long as it isn't skin tight on her the first time she fucking wears it. I think that was the problem I had with like the clothes that her mom sent over. I hesitate to even call them play clothes because she wasn't allowed to play in them. She wasn't allowed to get them dirty. And it was like the first time that they arrived, they're brand new and they're like skin tight on her. Like already she's growing out of them. And I'm like,
Donna,
why
she's
is
saying-
this woman
Donna,
wasting this on
just
these
to-
clothes?
just for sec, Elena's mother, she's saying these things, not me. Hate her, not me. Just in case she ever watches back. I agree with.
Yeah, no,
everything
like
you
this
just
is completely my opinion. This is what I said to you, Robbie. This is not like I feel like that was very clear that this is my opinion. But I was just like, I don't understand. Cause yeah, she was like, oh yeah, like that's brand new. My mom got me that this week. And I'm like, how is this brand new? Like the seams don't even like fall past your shoulders. Like
The reason now, I will now.
you're gonna be
I'm
thrown
just
out
gonna
of this
say,
in 2 weeks.
fashion now these days has changed. Fashion now these days is like, it's a thing to wear skinny jeans. I struggle to go to the cheap like Walmart, Tesco type of shops now. And it used to be just like jeans everywhere. You buy a fucking pair of jeans, you know. Now they're all skinny jeans. It's all tighter, more gripping.
Yeah.
And if you buy things in
Sure.
that age range, for regardless, it's just a necessity. Well, not a necessity, sorry, bad word. It's a constant.
No,
you
it
know,
isn't.
that fashion has become tighter and this and
Hun, I understand that, but what I'm saying is that like she had a pair of leggings that were brand new leggings that she said, "Oh, mom got those for me like earlier this week," or I can't remember if it was like 1 week or 2 weeks that she had gotten these, and they were so tight on her that the pattern on the leggings was distorted. They are stretchy. She could have bought them at least 3 sizes larger, and they would have looked fine on her. Like, I get what you're saying, that like that's like there's fucking lycra and everything, and like everything is like stretchy and this, that, and the other. But what I'm saying is like it wasn't like, oh, this is stretchy material and that's why it's tight on her. Like that's what I was saying about like the shoulder seams. Like literally the shoulder seams didn't like go past her shoulders, and I'm like that's not gonna. But
Stephanie
that's just me. I know I'm not. I used to get in arguments with my ex-wife all the time about that she wanted to buy this, that, and the other for her wardrobe, and I did, you know, try to be supportive and you know let her wear what she wants. But
I want to know what country Stephanie bought her beret in.
I've always been kind of that.
That's what I'm more interested in. Where's Stephanie's beret come from? Stephanie's muted, not even listening now.
I'm sorry.
Where's your hat that I got you? Because this hat is supposed to kind of match that hat, or is the best that I could do to match it.
Oh no, it's right here. It's right here.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's here in the corner under 4 waistcoats. I have one. Yeah.
My goodness.
I like my waistcoats. You know that I do. There's a lot of them hanging there. Look, there's like a blue.
Nice hat. That's a sexy hat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of match.
Yeah, nice hat. I went go-karting there 2 weekends ago, and so did Stool. Did anyone see the pictures of Stool?
I look sexy.
Did anyone see the pictures of Stool in the go-karting jacket with the helmet?
Of course, you look sexy.
It's sexy.
No, I can't see you on Twitter right now.
Stephanie, he wants you to know that his helmet is very big and shiny. Was. I don't know what happened to it recently, but it was big and shiny.
Send me a link.
To what? You're already in the chat.
Because I think you posted it on Twitter. No, to the fucking post on Twitter. Jill's back. Yeah, you see. Good.
Right. Let's just check something now, Jill, right?
Jill!
Are you not here?
Chill.
Like you're wasting everyone's time, Jill. You know, we could get back to the cool conversation about how good
Yeah, I was backstage.
You really do love the attention. So I'm going to retract my retractment of my statement earlier, where you like people to just spend time talking and waiting on you.
He unmuted. He's back.
Yeah, he is back, but he made us wait and do the thing that I said that he did earlier that he didn't, so I retracted. I retract my retract. I love the way the robot's eye just twitched, just as I said that. Like, what Robbie just said. So you're back, Jill. Thoughts on social medias? Forums, smaller groups with different people interacting. Your opinion was, just before you left, that as long as everyone...
You mean like Google Plus?
Google Plus is different than a forum, but it would be closer to a forum than what, say, YouTube is now. So if you want to go that route, I will grant that.
All right, Google Plus days versus YouTube. Well, I guess it was still YouTube, wasn't it?
Well, I'm saying one thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying one thing and being very specific, and you're just going broad brush, and I feel that you're going to take away from the main point. I will call you out on it if you do, but go on ahead with your statement.
But you're asking me which was better, which do I think is better?
I'm not specifically saying anything. You used Google Plus as an example. What I'm saying is, what I asked you earlier, your answer was that as long as all these groups are promoting the same thing, the same idea, that you were happy with it, because you started talking about worldview and Christianity in schools. So from them tangents and divergence, I assumed, came to the conclusion, inferred, whatever you want to say, that you're of the opinion that you prefer a mainstream group, a bigger group that includes everybody, with all the same idea and same worldview, rather than smaller groups which interact with each other on a larger scale. That's what I got from you. So I was wondering, am I correct? Am I wrong? Can you follow up on that? Because you ran away straight after.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there's a lot to unpack there, but I'm not sure exactly what I would say. If you're talking about the debate scene, or if you're talking about the public square, sure, that should be open to all views.
I talked about it as the internet when
please.
It came around.
But if you're talking, well,
in general,
if you're talking about the usage of the internet, for instance, it's being used now outside of in the public schools. So this isn't an issue of is all sides being heard. This is evidence for bias in school textbooks. Liberal bias has been studied and analyzed.
I'm not putting any bias or any side. I'm asking you an opinion on social. Who's eating crisps? You eating crisps, Red?
Social media is fun.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I love social media.
You love social media.
Jesus would have used social media, but he would have been banned from Twitter.
Any cult leader would use social media. It's a great thing. Cult leaders use social media all the time. His account
existed for 12 hours. What's that?
I said cult leaders use social media to grab people into their religions all the time. I agree with you that Jesus would have used social media.
Yeah. Cult leaders, PhDs,
social influencers who want you to buy Bitcoin use social media and get bigger followings in 6 months than Jesus did. And they sell Bitcoin and then rip off the people. They're not even as nice as you would put it across as Jesus is. They literally take advantage of their following. Yes.
That's right.
So Jesus...
Well, look at like Twin Flames and Love Is One and...
Oh, so many.
Jesus would not have any followers. Yeah. Few followers.
I didn't say I did not say that. That's your statement. Are you saying Jesus would have no followers? Are you making that statement that Jesus would have no followers on social media?
No, he would have some followers, yeah, but he would be banned from Twitter. He would be kicked off.
Why?
He gained too much of a follow.
Right.
Why?
Well,
because what he's promoting is not the agenda.
Just if I can, Joe, if I can prerequisite this with some sort of context, because we can't just say Jesus would be kicked off Twitter and then you make a whole thing about left wing and liberal and cancel culture. Because if Jesus existed and Jesus was using Twitter, then it would be a totally different situation than the reality that we live in now. So taking the fact that the Son of God, who performs miracles on his videos on Twitter, turning water into wine and all, is on Twitter, considering now in this particular scene, Musk is giving people, money and sponsorships for making money if he likes them, and he'd like a good conservative Jesus. Jesus would be on Twitter. He wouldn't be kicked off Twitter. He would be one of the ones who's liked on Twitter.
He would have been one of the ones what?
Not would. He would be if he existed. If Jesus, the Son of God, who you're talking about, existed in the world and was on Twitter, he would be able to perform miracles on videos and would take advantage of that, as all social influencers do. He would then be...
He wouldn't perform miracles.
He wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't. No.
So how would he prove
Not for you.
to the world that he is the Son of God? Is he going to give
He's
us
already
prophecies?
told you. He's not giving you any evidence. He's already told you he's not giving you any more evidence in resurrection. If you actually read his words.
Okay, right.
He's already giving you the middle finger.
This is a
on
brilliant
requesting
line
more
of questioning.
miracles.
Brilliant line of questioning. Right.
So stop requesting for more miracles, bro. You're not getting
Oh, no,
any
no, no, no.
according to Jesus.
No, 100%. This is a great line of questioning I'd like to go down. So, just to confirm, and let me strong man you. Not straw, strong with a G, man you. Let me know that I'm correct in this. If Jesus, the Son of God, was alive today and was able and available to use Twitter in the technological world that we live in today, you're telling me that he wouldn't perform any miracles or give any
yeah,
evidence?
I've said that, yes. Yeah.
Right. Well, how can I tell
No, he
the
would
difference?
not. No.
How would I be able to tell the difference between the real Jesus that... My arm just fell off the chair. Jesus just did that. Look, that just fucking broke out of nowhere. Wasn't even leaning on it. How would
It was Jesus.
How
It was
would I-
Jesus.
That was a miracle. How would I be able to tell the difference between 3 different guys, for talk's sake, all proclaiming to be Jesus? One of them is the real Son of God, won't do any videos or any miracles. And I've got these other 2 guys, one of them who gets big stages and walks across water, and another one who heals people, both claiming to be the Son of God, the risen Jesus, and all that. How would I tell the difference between X, Y, and Z?
But to be frank, you're trying to take this in literal fashion. Then, if Jesus were to return, there would
Dude, I didn't bring
a lot
up,
more going on than him just
I did
preaching
not
on
bring
Twitter.
up Jesus on
What
social
I'm
media.
really saying is that, right? So what we're really saying, right? Where you're trying to make it into a literal, hyper literal statement that I made when I said Jesus would be banned from Twitter.
Dude,
What
I
we're really
didn't
saying
even,
is
I
that the
was trying to make a
blackouts, the
difference.
information blackouts.
Okay, I
and-
did 2 or 3 times point out to try and keep it
Right,
topic,
but
and I said that you would
I'll
tangent off, and I give
I'll
you
walk
then
down
your
that.
tangent. So I'm letting you, following your line of questioning, I'm making a line of questioning,
Okay.
following your answers. I'm not twisting or turning anything. Jesus on social media was not brought up.
Okay.
You brought that up. I asked the literal question at the start, differences
Right, and
between
I'm
forums.
explaining what I meant by that. Right,
Okay,
and
go
I'm
ahead.
trying to explain what I meant by that. So what we mean is that the information blackouts in the key 4 areas of modern American life that was built off of Scripture, marriage, religion, politics, business, all of those things would be, he would be considered anti-establishment. So he would be banned because he would preach the opposite of what they're teaching in those key areas. Of the widespread secular and liberal mindset that's pervading in the world of education, textbook publishing, etc., and leadership. So that's what I meant by that. But if Jesus were to physically come, then it would be a lot worse than him just reading passages on Twitter.
It would be a lot worse than him reading passages on Twitter. Is he doing interpretive dance of the Bible on Twitter? Because that would definitely be worse than just reading Bible. You know.
But
what do you mean by that? It would be
but
worse
yeah, that
than just reading Bible scripture. What do you?
Well, no, according to Revelation, you have to read the book of Revelation. Hey, you read Revelation with Richard Mattson, so you should be familiar with.
Oh yes, because
Jesus returns a second time.
Yeah. Because we didn't spend most of that time, you know, on Richard's topic and Richard's beliefs and aliens, you know. I have to say that your point of view from Revelations did not come into my mind once while I was talking about spaceships with Richard. I apologize, you're not that important. To me, I'm sure you're important to your wife, but you're sorry.
There was a study done on textbooks in the United States.
Are you happy with the tangent now that you're controlling the conversation? Just to clarify, we've now moved in 3 different steps away from my original question, but I'm following your line of
Okay,
questioning.
what was your question?
No. I'm happy to go this
What
route.
was your original?
I'm happy to go this route. I'm just saying.
No,
you pointed
no,
out 2
I
minutes
want to
ago.
address your question. I'm sorry. I was jillibustering. Go ahead. What was your original question?
Do you like juggling?
Do I like who?
Juggling.
Who? Joe Biden?
Oh, you are
Juggling.
Your mind, like I literally give you a physical thing and all, juggling, right? Your mind is so obsessed with politics and religion. You said you heard Joe Biden. Juggling. Like at a circus.
No, I can't juggle if that's what you're asking.
What I'm trying to do is reset the conversation and get everybody back on track again, because tonight is a circus of YouTube, juggling, clowns, making a joke. You're really not good at this debate stuff offhand if you don't get to control the conversation, Jill, are you?
This is a debate.
No, I didn't say debate. I said conversation. So you're trying to control it again and make it what you want it to be, but it's just a banter between people who disagree with no animosity.
Or maybe it was your accent.
It probably was my accent. It comes across
The
as very
accent does
aggressive.
come off as
I will kick. Don't.
antagonistic.
Ah!
Antagonistic. See, this is a perfect example.
This is a perfect example of Americans being not me. I love everybody. Stephanie, you have watched the conversation. Red, you have watched the conversation with me and Jill. Is there any questions on the topic of smaller forums for Jill to remember the original question versus the bigger forums that you would like to throw some input in?
Well, it seems like the conversation's gone in several different directions. It's been kind of hard to keep track, to be honest.
He does try to do that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the. I don't know, MathPig, whether you were trying to say that, in a certain sense, the democratization of voices afforded by modern technology, like a printing press and within everyone's reach, has made a difference. I don't know if that was a point you were trying to make. I've been having a hard time following the discussion. I certainly would say that any kind of notion that says Christian voices are oppressed or suppressed or have at any point in history, perhaps outside of when the lions were being fed, is nonsense. The first printed work in Europe was Gutenberg's Bible. The most popular radio show in 1930s America was Father Coughlin's broadcast, which broadcast to 30 million listeners every time the man was on the air. And what was his message? It was Christianity. I think it was. I forget what the name of the movement was, but it was basically Christianity and America first. So this notion that somehow or not, you look at YouTube today, look at the numbers of subscribers on prominent evangelical channels, they're huge. There are very few atheist channels that can rival them. Very few. When we're talking about numbers of subscribers, numbers of views, the monetization of the church is indisputable. The Mormon Church is enormous. They're one of the richest industries in the world. So is the Roman Catholic Church. So this notion that somehow or another Christians are being oppressed is just complete nonsense. It just is.
If I can say, the amount of people that scream oppression these days is unreal. Everybody screams oppression. You know, some of it's justified, some of it's not. But a lot of people scream that today. That is the point I was trying to make with the giant group and all the rest of it. They have that group of people over there that they hate. They have that group of people over there that they hate. And in reverse, they feel oppressed by the people who hate them. You know, as much as I dislike the Americanization, you know, when I'm saying these opinions, I'm talking American church and American religion and all that stuff that's going on over there. We're quite relaxed over here, okay? We're not as bad. Some people are, but we're not as bad. But everybody is being oppressed by some other group because of the massive town centre that we have now. We literally have enough people together to scream that they're being oppressed. You know, you could pick on people with a foot fetish. You could pick on people who like this, you know, my pink guitar is better than your blue guitar. Even Elena's YouTube videos that she watches about Minecraft, they set people aside by colours. And one of them will pick on the other colour and say how awful it is and how bad it is. And the other one likes green. And I know on a kid's term that's a very small thing, but it accentuates to how people get. Smaller groups where you can, I don't know, it's supposed to be about Jill. Yeah, I'm going to restrain myself and show some composure.
Well, anyway, that's what those are some of the arguments I was hearing from. Those are some of the arguments I kind of was hearing, and it's just, and yeah, sure.
I don't mean to offend you. I don't.
Sure you can nitpick. I mean, people do get uncomfortable when people are standing up and saying, "Hey, this is a point of injustice."
I do believe, in my opinion on this, if I can.
But I don't think that argument can be made. I don't think that argument can be made when you're talking about Christian voices being somehow oppressed. When you know you can scream to your heart's content that that's the case, but I don't see any churches being shut down.
No, what I'm trying to put across.
I do, on the other hand, see people walking into synagogues and shooting them up.
Yep.
If I can give context right,
you know,
give it a bit more. All right, this opinion of mine has grown from an Irish upbringing. Okay, I walked into work the other day. And I had the woman in charge of accounting call me a torturer. I went down the stairs and my best friend at work on his last day of work before he left threatened to blow my knees up twice because I was whinging and having a bad morning, and deliberately wound me up to get me going, to get past that nature. Okay, so this is my foundation for 40 years. Okay, and I did say some of it's justified and some of it's not. I do apologize for causing you anguish or causing whatever I did. I apologize for that. I did not mean to annoy you, but this is, I want to maintain a relationship with you, which is the point I'm making earlier. Small group friends, I'll apologize. We can talk through it because we want to continue our friendship.
Right.
And if we take these skills, you know, where it's like my best friend said something that I wanted to stab the cunt in the throat with, and I still want to put up with him because he's a good D&D player or he likes the same thing as me. Take these skills and move them outside of the smaller group. Give the people you hate, and I don't want to say leeway, but at the end of the day, you only make peace with your enemies. You don't make peace with your friends. You know, Jill, you've been very quiet. Are you still at least there?
I still have a question.
Go ahead, Savage. I'd like to know that Jill's still there, and I'd like you to hear input, Red. Nope, he left. Go on ahead, Red.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can now. So I guess my question, is going to be kind of the convex of all of that, and it's kind of for all of you guys. And so while I do see the benefits of it, like you were saying about that, you know, you have to learn how to get along with people and stuff like that. I also have seen some really scary things happen from that. for instance, like the Avow website that Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell were on, and we can go back in time to like the Heaven's Gate site and all of that shit. And I think that there is somewhat of a risk in there being very insular communities that can rise out of these sort of smaller forums and that type of thing. So I will open that up to the floor.
I'm typing in the chat, so go someone else. Go Jill. Jill, give us some input.
Yeah, the issue here is not whether or not you're allowed in the public squares, social media. It's the institutions that
you don't think that should be
are
policed?
fully liberal. That's the issue. The kids are not growing up. Well, I guess during election time, you can start banning some of the conservative sites. So it's more.
So hold on, if I can just clarify. Sorry, I just want to understand.
It's not widespread.
I just want to understand your last statement.
But it's more calculated.
During, I didn't listen to anything. I'm just trying to focus on this one question to get clarification. During election time, you would abandon conservative sites. I heard that phrase spoken.
Is that what he said?
No.
Something very similar. Could you repeat that? Because I get, you know.
Yeah, if you would actually repeat it so that I can understand it a little bit better, because I think that my brain was not quite hearing the words right.
Yeah, my brain didn't hear the words right. I thought that you said during political times with online and stuff like that, there people would abandon conservative things at sites or something, and I lost me. Could you repeat your last statement?
He got a BRB. He's got a BRB, so he might have had something came up with the kid or something. What I heard, and this is different from what you heard, was that like conservative sites get banned. But I don't know that that is the case. And what I was saying is I don't necessarily think that any sites, forums, any topics should be banned as a whole. But I do think that there should be at least some level of policing within these so that it doesn't get out of hand and get dangerous in a lot of cases. And I think that there needs to be like a sort of overarching set of rules that can be enforced and policed in these spaces.
There was something mentioned in, now I know Jill probably won't watch it because it's left-leaning. Well, it's not left-leaning, it's fucking very deep left. But they're very obvious about their conservative nature, so to speak, to make money. And it's called Some More News. I put it in, it's in the message, followed by in the live chat. It is the fragile creator economy. There's a lot of things he says in that there, which is relative to the internet basin. There was, back in the day, you know, I think it was 2007 he did mention, a type of a union to be created, you know, and he referenced some, say for toxic Etsy, whenever they tried to get, when they were bought over and tried to get a union. And there has been an attempt to control, as you say, Red, this sort of space. But because of the nature and the out of controlness of it, it's been very hard to, because people are afraid to bite the hand that barely feeds them. You know, it's a very difficult situation.
Yeah. Well, this is something that I was actually discussing with somebody not that long ago, is that I think that it is very common for us as humans, and I'm saying us, not like, I'm not excluding myself from this. I think that we can recognize that a system is not a system that is beneficial overall, and maybe is even causing damage overall. Mm-hmm. But if that system is still benefiting us, it is very hard to turn against that system.
If I can make an analogy,
like that's just human nature. Go ahead.
If I can make an analogy, the emperor wears no clothes. It's even worse than that. Everybody knows the emperor is naked, but all the rich people told them that if they pretend that he's wearing clothes, they'll do better. So they know he's naked, but they still go with it anyway because it benefits them. They know it's awful.
Yeah.
They know it's bad.
Yeah,
But they just go with it because as a whole, or as an individual, it benefits them, even though you're screwed as a whole. You've got an entire country that thinks you're
You actually made me think of a perfect example in my own life. Fast fashion. I know for a fact that like a good amount of the clothes that I buy, now I do try to limit what I buy, but I recognize that a good amount of them are probably made in like sweatshops. And that means that I am contributing to a system that is causing harm to children. Literally. But it is hard for me to break from that and say, okay, I am going to spend several hours and 2 to 3 times as much per article of clothing on the small end. It's hard for me to justify that when I'm like, well, I also have a limited budget and this, that, and the other. And so for me as a consumer, it is really hard because that system benefits me and benefits my tight budget or whatever. It is hard for me to, even though I recognize that that system is causing harm, it is still difficult for me to remove myself and turn against that system. Yeah.
Sorry, I did get a little distracted. Don't tell Stu. Hopefully he's not listening. Oh fuck, he does have ears. Okay. Just look in the live chat. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did he have too much baby? Did he have too much old lady piss?
So
yeah.
I would probably be rounding this up.
No.
We'd probably be rounding this up soon enough, so I'd have to go and make some new food. And does anybody know anything about Microsoft Access? If anybody in the chat or anyone here knows anything about Microsoft Access, that would be a real help. My new promotion.
I've done some stuff in Access.
Yeah, it's been going for ages, but if you could, I've got the Excel basic database set up, and I can attach it to. But I think I skipped a step or two. I can't get the relationships to work correctly, and I just need it for a small stock control. You know, I now have to. There's a guy leaving a factory that they paid 5 days a week, and I told him I can do his job in 2. So I need a database to help me do his job in 2. So that'd be great help, Stephanie, if we could maybe connect on that. The basics is all there.
Yeah, sure.
I just can't get it to connect back together again. But another 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I can probably remember it.
Everybody says it's been a while.
Yeah.
I only found out it existed like 3 weeks ago. And apparently it's been going since 2005 or something, you know, it's been, or 1990 or something, going this year's. Stu's back. So I'm going to delete a message from the live chat before he looks in the live chat. Where's the delete button? I can't delete it. It won't let me delete. Okay. So has anybody that they would like to round up on the conversation tonight on the topic of the internet? I have a question. There we go. Ending question. What do you think for yourself, Stephanie, right? You're an up and coming YouTuber. You've been doing more YouTube videos. As everybody in the community starts off in the live chat. Then they join a stream. Then they want to talk and there's no streams live, so they make their own. That's what we all do. You know, it's a progression that we go through. So moving forward, where and how, which are very fucking vague, would you base your community around? Would you prefer a Patreon based one where the people who talk to you give you money? Will you open a Discord where it's free to everyone? Will you prefer to have it on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok? Like, what sort of, out of all the social medias that are available to you, where would you start and build upon a community that's centralized around you and your channel and stuff, you know? But if you were to start a community, I'm rambling and repeating, just you get my point. Go.
Yeah, I get your point. I mean, I don't know. I'm just sort of feeling that way at the moment. You know, I show up, talk about stuff that interests me, and stay away from topics that don't. You know, I've just learned, just like if I'm getting bored with something, I can always walk away. And if people are getting bored with what I've got to say, then they can walk away too. I don't have a lot of time for arguing about epistemology and ontology and stuff. Just because at the end of the day, what matters to me is what's happening around me. It means a lot more what people will do with their it matters more why the belief claims exist, why a God claim even matters.
That's what I'm saying.
When there's.
How would you correlate a group of people of similar minds? Would you start a website with a forum, as I would promote now? Would you just pop open a Discord? Would you rather have a community tab every single day that you talk under, so people can reply to you on YouTube?
I probably, probably in the YouTube universe somewhere or another, probably supplemented by TikTok stuff, but I don't really know. I'm just really feeling my way.
Yeah, but that,
popping in here, popping in there.
Brilliant. That's
I mean, the way I got into, I've been on, I sort of came in through the back door into atheist dialogue and stuff through the atheist community of Austin Discord, pardon me, and sort of fell into the transatlantic call-in show stuff and the line that way. It's I really just sort of. I met a bunch of YouTubers at Oz's convention, the Better convention in Fort Wayne a year ago in June, which is where I met a whole bunch of people, and just sort of those. It's like any other community, you meet people and you talk with them and you do stuff with them, and grows. As far as the direction is concerned, I'm just concentrating on throwing up stuff on my channel when I feel it's
good.
Something I want to talk about.
Good. No, that's a genuine answer. It's honest. It's truthful. And I turned my audio up like 10% just to keep Titan happy. Everybody has been happy with my audio all night except for Titan. But he's a robot, so they have really good sensitive ears, But yes, no, that was a genuine
Titan Uranus.
Seriously, I asked like 5 times about the audio in the video. If my audio was low, all you just had to do was say, freaking assholes.
And he clipped that.
Fucking assholes. I hit my audience. Nobody loves me. Anyway, no, Stephanie, fantastic answer. Really
I can't hear it from there. I only hear it here.
Yeah, that's why I said a couple of times, once, ignoring these people, the audience. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Your coleslaw may taste weird. The dog was licking it for a while. Red, same question to you. Basing a community, sorry. Oh no, all I can see is the dog licking the coleslaw. Where would you start your community, Red? I'm slightly biased because I think I may know your answer, but go.
So here's the thing is I didn't really plan on starting a community, I guess. I just showed up. Like, I was doing crafting and stuff, and like that was more kind of like where I started. And then I guess it was just like there was so many, like, dare I say, Jill, political issues that I couldn't ignore. For instance, I mean, I live in Missouri, so like, for instance, we like women have less rights than unborn fetuses here. we lost autonomy over our bodies. We have had trans rights that were being threatened. Currently there's like an injunction. That's not something that is like the threat has been stopped, but for right now, the battle is still being fought. And I just couldn't shut up about it. Like, people didn't, like, I live in a very conservative area, and it was like I was just like losing my mind, and I needed like people that at least like have a conversation with me about it, and not necessarily agree with me, but have a conversation. And that's kind of where I ended up seeking out that sort of online space. And actually, this is the first channel where I ever participated in like a panel or anything, but it was somebody that MathPig had brought on, and they had been engaging with the conversation, and it was somebody that I disagreed with, but I wanted to be able to like actually engage them in conversation and not just like shout fest of like, you're stupid, you're a baby killer, that sort of thing, which it did kind of a little bit.
Don't say that. I just lost monetization.
Like, sorry.
I'm joking. I don't
know.
know.
It's been over an hour. You're fine. You're fine. It is so deeply embedded in here. We can say whatever.
Baby killers.
No, I was just gonna give an example. No. We can say baby killers. We can make dead baby jokes at this point.
Okay, that's 4 times. We went one too much. Go on with your point.
But yeah, I needed that sort of outlet. That was, you know, I made a joke earlier in the side chat about like, what was it, horseland.com? That was one of the early forums, but that really was an outlet for me as a kid as well, you know, but I needed that sort of community and that sort of thing. And you want me to shut the fuck up? Is that what you said?
I said I wondered what the fuck horseland.com was about. I was like, I'm not even going to touch that. Stu will take it into the porn realm. Jill will get all excited about something. It was
a forum for horseback riders.
It was also
where we would like buy and sell used tags.
2 centimeters tall and 4 centimeters long on my screen going, Horseland. I was like, what the fuck? Right, okay.
But yeah, that was that sort of sense of community, and I kind of needed that when I kind of reached out here. And then that was when Jimmy Snow and I got to be friends. And that was an oopsie. So, you know, then I had to shit on the left a little bit too. So, you know, around comes around, right? All right,
well, thank you.
Leave it at that.
Thank you. Jill is not back. He has been here for very little. But if Jill is good for anything, he's good for an excuse to come on stream. He's a good excuse for me to hang out with my friends. He's an excuse for, I don't know, picking somebody stupid and laugh at them. Because what else is Jill good for in this community? You know? Have a good giggle, have a good laugh, and if he doesn't take this without any malice, he's the problem. But no, we're all here to laugh, we're all here to giggle, we all talk to people who disagree with us. I think tonight went well, I had good fun, I had a good chat. Jill? Well, he had an opportunity.
Jill's gone.
He was very here. I hope that everything that has dragged him away from here has been very important and absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Family comes first. Family comes first, you know. But if he disappeared to make like brownies because he likes getting high, I'll probably let him off that too. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming. We got a decent amount of people here today, you know. Monetization doesn't matter anymore. I'll be popping up and down. I am sort of working on, I don't want to say working on, I'm dithering with the idea of, I've already got a bug Instagram, alright? I've got really excited with the bugs. I'm very much into the bugs. We've got possibly maybe 16 different varieties of isopods and 5 different millipedes and maybe a jumping spider coming, and this is quite big, and that's a breeding chamber, and that's a breeding chamber, and there's a 3-in-1 breeding thing over there for So I might be doing the bugs with the daughter on a totally under 18 sort of,
So
proper.
long as there's no ants.
Well, I promise not to buy any more than what I already bought. That's the agreement. That's
Okay, well, burn them all with fire.
burn them all
We
with
shutting
fire.
down the stream, MathPig.
Well,
Oh, Jill's here. Yeah, burn them all with fire, please.
if you want to talk offline, Jill, that's fine. I'll have a chat with you offline. But I am ending the stream. It's been going for a while, and I had a bit of banter.
Okay.
You're welcome
I
to
have
hang
to go
around.
lie down, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody had things to do. We had a designated time. 45 minutes of that I wasted because I misjudged the wrong time. But, yeah. Thanks everybody for coming.
Oh, that's okay.
And if you're interested
Thanks
in,
for having me on.
sorry if I can just Jill, and then I'll give you the floor to round up. I asked everybody the same question, and I'm going to ask you it to end the stream with. But if anyone is interested in this whole new bug thing that me and my wee girl have been going crazy with, there is an Instagram. There's talk of doing videos and stuff. She really wants to get involved with the bugs and stuff like that. We've done a couple of wee testing. It'll be an under 18 entertainment. Don't be coming over with any fucking, stuff from here. So I'm not going to make it public in this group. But if you're genuinely interested, and I trust you, so to speak, I will share that with you. I've been doing that Instagram thing, and as I say, there might be something coming from it. But other than that, thank you everybody for coming and joining. Regio, send me a Twitter. No, send me a Twitter, and I'll send you the name, Regios. And thanks everybody for coming. Really. It's good fun when people turn up. It's good fun to chat. Good fun to banter. Love you all. Love you, Red. Love the sexy hat, Stu.
I'm very sexy.
How was your coleslaw?
It tasted with me.
Okay, moving on. That's how we're ending it. Bye. How do I do this now? Where's the out button? Where's the out button?
I'll dance you out.
There's the